Okay, we're on, and this is Iron Bill. I'm back again with another video, and yes, it is finally mine. The Redrix quest was kind of a long one for me in that it took me so long to get going on it. In actuality, it was a bit of a grind once I started, but time-wise, I invested maybe a week and a half in it. And that's just because of going to work and everything else I had going on. If I was off and had nothing to do, probably could have knocked it out in just a few days. Well, probably about a week by the time you had to do the 20 bounties that took at least 5 days to do. So the early parts, if you're willing to sit through it, yeah, you could have pretty much, a better player than me anyway, could have knocked it out in a few days, the bulk of it. But yeah, I'm not that player, so it took me a bit longer, and I'm not ashamed. Anyway, of all things to do with it, once I got it, I did not go into PvP. I'm just burnt out on that for right now, because that's all I've been doing. So I decided to relax with what little playtime I had tonight and try to get my pinnacles for strikes this week. And so I played 3 strikes. All I need, by the way, is a bond, and this character's base power level will be maxed out. I'll be at 1060. I'm at 1059.78. 7 of 8. So I just need that one thing, and it just won't drop for me. So anyway, I wanted to play around with this gun somewhat, and you know, these are pretty low key strikes here, and you see that guy head glitching me there by ducking. At least he's not coming at me. Alright, so I normally come over here to play just to kind of keep things down. And you notice there's Desperado kicking in. And the kill rate after you get it going is incredibly fast. And in PvE or PvP, when somebody hits you with this, with Desperado going, you're dead basically in the first shot or two. It's that quick. It's just bang, gone. So here we go. I mean, you might say, well, why am I going for it now since it's going to be sunset? Well, that's all true. But we have 3 months left, is what I was thinking, before the next DLC. And on top of that, I can play it in regular Crucible anyway. Be something to pull out of the vault once in a while, maybe. And honestly, there'll be new weapons anyway, so most of the stuff that we have here right now probably is going to get laid aside. And so who cares if I go for this gun or that gun? It's in the end, it's chasing loot that the game is about for me, and if there's no loot to chase, well, it's not much fun to do. There's not much reason to come in and just do repetitive things over and over. Now, that's personal taste. I mean, to a point. I mean, I'll be honest, you know, as hectic as my days are sometimes, it's just nice to come in here and just kill stuff. And PvP sometimes is a little too aggravating for me to come in and relax through, but PvE never lets me down, so here we go, trusty Ikelos. Oh, and by the way, I went out and got a dual monitor. Last night's video you saw, it was a real mess. It was raw on the front end and back end because I didn't have my dual monitor set up, and I just decided enough is enough. I wasn't going to mess with that. I put a lot of time into this. It may not show in the quality, but I do put a lot of time into it. And not just that, I also use this for work, for making videos for my students. So I really did need the other monitor. So I went out tonight and I picked up, I couldn't tell you precisely what it is. It's one model number up from this one that I'm running. They're both Asus monitors, 144 hertz and 1 millisecond response time. They're both really solid. This is a Tough Gaming VG249, I think, Q. It's a 24-inch though, or 22-inch, 22, 24, something like that. It's smaller. It doesn't matter because it still runs at 1080p and it runs, you know, at a good resolution. And I mean, it's a little darker than this Asus, which is the 248, VG248. But I haven't bothered setting. I think I set this one up for NVIDIA color settings, and I got to tell you. If you ever had the problem where some of the dark areas are way too dark, because of your color saturation, like if your blacks aren't right or whatever, and honestly, I've played for years in this game, on a PS4 for instance, you get into some of the dark areas and you can't see a darn thing. Can't see your hands in front of your face. This monitor, man, cleans that right up. I couldn't believe how much better it looks and how much richer it is. And again, running max settings, and you can see I'm running right now around between 100 and 120, depending upon the action. I think I see it get as low as maybe 80 in really, really busy stuff. But don't focus on it too much. But when I do look at it in the playbacks, that's what I see. And I have two monitors going on at the same time, so it's not as if all the processing power is just going to one monitor. So I'm really happy with this setup now. I didn't think I would like downsizing monitors, and actually it seemed counterintuitive to drop resolution to get better picture quality, but honest to gosh, this is the way to go. 1080p max max settings on everything. Smaller monitor. See, on a 32-inch monitor, 1080p looks stretched out. It doesn't look as good, and you have to run the higher resolution, 2K, 1440, or 2K. And if you don't do that, it just doesn't look very good. But that monitor had, I think, a 5 millisecond response time, and it only ran at 60 hertz, and that's really, I didn't realize how inferior it was until I actually got into a couple of true gaming monitors. So, and by true gaming, I mean they have the minimum requirements now, 144.1 for what you would consider to be a good gaming monitor. Of course, they put them out now. They go much higher, 165. I think I've seen 240. Yeah, but I'm not laying out the money for that. Just can't afford to do that. So, all right, so we're getting late in this strike. These guys are moving along here, and we're just trying to get it done. That guy pushed along there by bringing the orb. I'll pick it up and run it the rest of the way. Since he's got a super going, I'm going to get in here easy. We don't have to kill everything in the room. We just have to kill these things. I pause a moment to put a shot on it, and I realize that they're going to run. You never know what the other teammates are going to do, but I just follow the team, whatever they want to do. Fortunately, with the mobility that I'm running right now, I run between 7 and 9 mobility, depending upon my loadouts. I can generally keep up with about anyone. I don't have to worry too much about it, just so long as I react relatively quickly. Now look through here. See how clear this is? I hope you may not be seeing it. On my other monitor, it's still dark, but on my main monitor, oh my gosh, it's just right. It's not too washed out, but it has a dark ambiance. I mean, I wouldn't change a thing on this. Spooky where it needs to be spooky, but still can see what's going on. Alright. So this guy's, of course, rocking the Wither Horde. And if you got at least one guy running a Wither Horde, you really can't go wrong, especially on a strike. Just with the number of ads that you have. And alright, I don't know why that didn't go down. Here we go. Alright, they're just straight running out, and I'm about to get locked out, or locked in, I should say, so I'm going to bug out, not kill everything. I don't have many rounds of heavy, but it is arc, and that's an arc heavy, and I'm just going to go ahead and toss it anyway. I generally try to clear these ads out before I go too much in. We're not going to kill it super fast anyway. Sabathan, she's probably already locked up, so I'll just work on bringing ads down. I'm saving my super for the next wave on the ogres. Since I'm running Arcstrider, it doesn't do you a whole lot of good against Sabathan anyway, in the end. It may be the witches, but she's up in the air, really hard to get at, and it just doesn't make sense to even try. Alright, so here we go. Tanking a little bit here. I'm getting close. I think I've got about 22 rounds left. Alright. She's already closed up, so might as well go back to the submachine gun. Seems odd to be doing bounties for the gunsmith, and yeah, because I've just ignored that stuff while I've gone for the Redrix. Alright, so now's the time. Let's knock these guys out. Clear out the front end here a little bit, then go for these two clowns, because once I get them out, then she's going to reappear, and I just want to make sure we pretty much had the group done. And we do. Now she's boogied on up. We just need to kill this witch real quick. Oh. Yeah, there we go. And I'm going to take it on up. That's that. Kill this guy. Dance out. Kill that guy. And of course I'm caught on a reload here. Now since I just did that dodge, I don't have a dodge for a reload, so I'm going to have to do this manually, and I think she'll be pretty much dead. Oh, nope, I got one more round in her before she died. And that's pretty much that. So I know I'm yammering on about the system a bit the last couple of videos, and I've talked a lot about the monitors and such, but hey, truly in good shape here. And my wife made out like a bandit too. We have the family foundation, okay, the Backcold Foundation, and we do graphic tees for that, and we've had a setup in the basement, but of course we do our graphics in-house here, and yeah, she's set up to do what she needs to and wants to do now, so everybody wants, and the Mac that she had, the iMac, we passed that down to my daughter who's in law school. So she's really happy. I mean, this is a win, win, win. And every one of us feels like we got the best deal. So, I mean, you just don't get better than that. So, anyway, I'm happy that I can share this with you tonight. I hope you did enjoy it on some level. I will get back to regular programming, hopefully, and a little bit more interesting content, hopefully. I'm sure I'll get back in and play some PvP tomorrow because, well, I've just kind of got the habit now. And clashes, or not clash, but mayhems this week. And as silly as it is and as awful as I am at it, I mean, it's kind of a stress reliever too. So might see some more mayhem in the next couple of days. Anyway, that's enough for the night. I need to get to bed. Thank you for being here. This is Iron Bill, and I'm signing out.